Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham news and update show for Monday, April 1st, 2024. Yes, it is a bank holiday Monday in everywhere else but the States. But yes, it is a bank holiday Monday, and we are here live. And it's been a long day. But as you know, we got to keep going. And tomorrow we play. And as you can see, today there's been results and games and everything that happened. And as you can see on the thumbnail, it says our turn because tomorrow's our turn. Today was everyone else's turn to play. And we had some favorable results, some that scared me a little bit too because we got to face them at some point, mainly being Stockport. I saw that. But yes, want to get on and do our show for this evening. So it's good to see everybody in the chat getting in early and like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff, all that. We're going to get into a few things, and as you can see, this is our turn, and Boyle's on there. And there was an article today I saw with Billy Boyle, the gentleman, the extra in the Guy Ritchie movie and TV show. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. So, anyways, get involved in the chat. Smash a like on the video. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So it's really fun. Also, I want to give a special shout out this morning. I was driving home from Palm Desert at 7 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, 6:30 in the morning, and we had a show up. And special shout out to Sean of the Red Horde and Ivan, and also Sheldon and Brandon. So really fantastic show. It actually made my 2-hour and 25-minute drive really fun. They did a soccer Saturday style. We have our own Chris Kamara, by the way. We have our own Chris Kamara, and his name is Sheldon. Yeah, Chris Kamara. Oh, and there's a goal! There's a goal! It was awesome. It's really fun. Go over again and support the Red Horde. The Red Horde, Sean's channel is. We're doing a lot of things back and forth together, working together. He has his own channel as well. Does a lot of insight, does his own watch alongs. It's great. So go support Sean. And Sheldon and Ivan come on the show regularly, and Brandon was on there earlier today as well. So really fun stuff to see. And I was jealous. I was literally driving home, sitting next to the missus. I was driving. We're in there. It's cold, and I was like, you know what? I shut off Talk Sport and I listened to the guys this morning, and it was really awesome. So congratulations. It was a test run for what there's more to do of our Soccer Saturday show that could be coming up for the rest of the season for some games that aren't exactly just Wrexham, but always got to keep our eye on things like that. So that was fun. So congratulations to them. That was fun. And as I watched it this morning, really excited about that. So really great stuff. Eric Cole's in the house. Says, hello, everyone. Hello. Yes. Hello. Anyways, all right, let's get into this a little bit. There was a lot of results today. And as you can see, again, it's our turn. Tomorrow is our turn. We have to go. We have to kick some ass. Let me just check on a couple things real quick. I was messaging with Hey, Ken, what's going on, Ken? How you doing, brother? Hey, Josh. Hey, I'll take it. Hey, Josh. How you doing, Ken? I love it. I'll take it. I was messaging with another person. I want to just doing all the quick shout outs real quick to Matt on the Racecourse Ramble. Go follow Matt on the Racecourse Ramble. I don't know if he's asleep or awake, but I was going to see if Matt, he might want to come on at some point too. And I also, let me just start this right here. Ivan, I haven't heard from Ivan all day. I don't know. He watched the bad game today. So I don't know. I feel bad for him because he got the shit end of the stick of the draw of the game today. But I haven't heard from him. But if he's up, we got to give him the extra special love. He's not our Chris Kamara. He's our Sterling though. So it was really great to see. Ivan, I hope you're okay. John Hampton, how are you, man? Good to see you. Also, again, I keep going backwards because I want to get some things up. We have the memberships and we have the super chats and all those things happening right now. Thank you, everyone, just getting involved in the memberships. I really appreciate that. That's so awesome. It helps the channel out, helps us get more stuff out to you. We're working on getting a little bit of merch and things like that coming out too for everybody. They have set the numbers up to be, whatever the numbers up for me, like I think it's $2.99, $6.99, or $24.99. That's ridiculous. So I tried to adjust those things, and I don't know. YouTube is so weird with the AdSense and everything, so I'm still working that out. But everyone that has come on board to be a membership subscriber, Thank you all so very much, producer, and thanks you as well. Right? Thanks you as well. So really fun to see the growth of the channel. It's only so we can give you a little bit more content and do a little bit more things. As I said, we have a lot of things planned for going for the summer and to grow the show in a bigger way. Hello. Aaron's in the house. What's going on? There's a membership guy. Aaron, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Oh, yes, Chris. Chris John, right? I love it. Hey, Josh. It's Chris from Wrexham, Wales. How you doing, Chris? What did you think of the results today? That's what we're going to talk about with the results and what we have to do tomorrow. Got a couple things lined up today. Ivan is in the house. Ivan, okay, he doesn't hate me. I don't think he hates me after today. So that's good. At least he's in the chat. But we texted a little bit too. I felt so bad for him too. But it was great content. You guys were awesome. It was great to watch and great insight on everything too. So give a special shout out to Ivan for suffering through that match this morning. Let's get through the results real quick because tomorrow is our turn. The results that happened today, couple positives. We could have had it better, and could have a couple better results. But I'm happy where we're at. I was also on a Bradford City. Sorry, not a Bradford City. What the hell am I talking about? I was on a Doncaster Bradford City. Who gives a shit? I was reading Bradford City and then doing it. But a Doncaster Rovers. A Doncaster Rovers space today with Stace and a couple other people. And I just want to put this out there. One of the guys was not, I think it was a wind-up merchant. One of the guys had mentioned on there, he's like, Paul Mullin's not that great. He's not that great, even though he's got 99 and 134. He's not that great, but I thought it was amazing. So, no, he's trying to wind everyone up today. 99 and 134 appearances. Come on now. Let's get after it. He's like, He's a goddamn legend. It says, Aaron says, what up? Ivan got to watch paint dry at 3 a.m. I want to watch the highlights because I don't know. Maybe Ivan wasn't on coffee number 3 to see what was going on. I trust what he does see, but maybe it's something just different. I have to watch the highlights, or it's a highlight just Ivan doing this. Yep, they suck. It's awesome. I hate it. I love it. So, I don't know, Ivan, I'm going to get you on a little bit if you're available. We'll have you come on and have your say on that too. It's looking great for Wrexham today. Yes, it is. All right, let's get to those results. So the Grimsby Town, Bradford City. These are full times today. These happened earlier today. Grimsby Town 1, Bradford City 1. Okay, should I put the voice on? I'll put the voice on. Harrogate Town 5, Gillingham 1. Crawley Town 4, Newport County 0. Jesus H. K-Ron with the knobby knees. He's probably, I think he was in Dover today. I think K-Ron was in Dover today. Mansfield Town game against Accrington Stanley was postponed. So whatever, that happens. There's talk about the pitch, Nigel Clough talking about a little pitch walk that didn't quite go their way, maybe a little here and there. I don't know. But that game was postponed. Mansfield Town, the Stags, who we beat, by the way, 2-0 on the weekend, just FYI. Forest Green Rovers 3, Crewe Alexander 0. Notts County 3, MK Dons 3. That was the game. The Forest Green Rovers game was the one that Brandon was watching. The Notts County MK Dons game was the one that what the hell's his name? Sheldon, or Chris Kamara was watching. He kept going, "There's a goal! There's a goal! What's going on? What's going? There's a goal!" That was the Sheldon game. So I'm gonna start calling him Kamara. He's got all these other nicknames. Sheldon's just now going to be our Chris Kamara. That's it. 3-3 there. Drop points is drop points. That's great. MK Dons drop points. They're up our ass for third place. So I like that. Tranmere Rovers Colchester. We play that on the season. 1-1 draw there today. Morecambe Barrow. Barrow lost. Good result there. That was Sean's game. The Red Horde. That was Sean's game. 2-1 Barrow. Sutton 3. Swindon Town 1. Stockport 1. AFC Wimbledon 0. Wimbledon couldn't do us a goddamn favor. Wimbledon, they couldn't do us a favor? Come on now. No, and they're top of the tree. Walsall 2, Salford City 1, Doncaster Wrexham tomorrow, 11:45 a.m. my time PST. Those were the games today that happened. Let's check out the standings. The standings look as such going into tomorrow's match. So the top three, all of us. By the way, I just didn't notice this. MK Dons played 42 games. We played 40. The top 3 have played 40. MK Dons have played 42 effing games. Wow. Eric Cole, by the way, laugh out loud. Probably not at me. Probably at someone in the chat there. Let's see. So Stockport's top of the tree. They won 3 out of the last 5 with 2 draws in there. They have a total of 77 points. Mansfield Town, who did not play today because of the postponement against Stanley, which we think is going to be on the 16th. Let me just double check my calendar here. I think it's going to be on the. We think it's going to be on the 16th. And I believe that we will be doing another one of these super watch along parties, April 16th. That's what we think it's going to be. If I can get my shit together here. Yeah, we think it's going to be Tuesday, April 16th. That's what we think the makeup game is going to be on. So we'll see about that. They did not play today. Wrexham, 40 games played, 73 points, tied with Mansfield, but on goal diff, Mansfield Town are beating us 40-24. So if we win tomorrow, we'll be on 76 points. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves because Doncaster Rovers are one of the hottest teams in form in the league right now. So I like it. Pretty quiet chat tonight. People are sleeping probably, I'm guessing. And MK Dons are in 4th with 42 points, 42 games played, 71 points. So they dropped points today. Barrow dropped points at 67 at 40 points. At 40 games played, so 67. Cruz at 66. Crawley Town 62. Morecambe with 60. So, it's a very interesting table. I like the way it's shaping up, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because tomorrow is our turn to do our business. As we talk about, all these are good results, positive results going forward, but we need to take care of our own business, and that's what is tomorrow is about, traveling down to Doncaster Rovers. I don't think we've lost a away match since February. I could be wrong about that. So this is what I wanted to get into today and why I have the gentleman on the thumbnail. Wrexham clinched big win against promotion rivals Mansfield. This was a couple days. This is yesterday, but I thought it was indicative of how our mindset will going into the matches, especially after the results. And there's another one I wanted to talk about too. This is the Dragon Heart. This was put together by the great Mark Griffiths the other day, and he was talking about the run-in. Welcome to the run-in, he says. Absolutely, welcome to the run-in. Like welcome to Wrexham or more better. Welcome to the run-in. I don't know if you know more better productions, which is Rob's thing. Anyways, welcome to the run-in. This is what he did. I think it came out yesterday. Let me see the date on this. It's published by Mark Griffiths. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. And he was, click the image to zoom in. There we go. That was the run-in as of this morning. That doesn't really, So that's what he had this morning. So it's something we can maybe talk about in a bit. But this is why I had Boyle on. Ken, are you up? You can come in, man. I can drop you in if you want. I think the results for us last night were great. Last night because he's in Australia. He's an Aussie. What are the standings? Stockport County, Mansfield, Wrexham. Yes. So let me bring the standings back up. I apologize. It is so Stockport, Mansfield Town, Wrexham, MK Dons, Barrow. Yeah, happy to. Okay, again, I'll drop it in. Well, anyone can come in at this point, but I'm going to read some of these articles. Maybe you want to kick it off too, and I can. I'm wondering if anyone else out there wants to come in too. But let me get through this article. Ken, I'll drop it in. Or anyone else, come through. All right, this is what I want to talk about. Our turn. Tomorrow's our turn. Everyone played today. Well, I's going to be honest. I think it's on ESPN, so let's check this out. Nothing has changed as far as Willie Boyles is concerned after Wrexham beat promotion rivals Mansfield Town 2-0 in the league top of the table clash at the Racecourse Ramble. Good Friday. Yes, it was Good Friday. Goal in each half from Mullin secured the victory, which keeps Phil Parkinson's men third in the table on the same points tally as second place Mansfield. So that is actually true. Listen, some of these are dated because we played today. So we didn't play today. But there were games obviously today. So this came up before that. So this is talking about Wrexham have 6 games remaining. Although it was a big win against the Stags, Boyle. I don't know if you guys don't need that. My dumb face. How's that? Let's do it. Look at my dumb face. Boyle insists the competition for an automatic promotion place still remains fierce. It was built up before the game from outside, and right so as at the stage of the season. And the center back, we are both said the center back. We are both up there at the right end of the table competing. But ultimately, it was 3 points, and there are another 6 games to play. Mentality. Mentality. The man is talking. We got to sort this out. Mentality. If we hadn't won or we had lost, we wouldn't have been down in the dump. We would have been down at the dumps on the floor, and I'm sure Mansfield won't be. It is important. It is an important win. There is no getting away from that, as they are going to be now. As they're going to be now in the next 6 games. We've got to focus on ourselves and do our job like we did on Friday, and the rest will take care of itself. That's exactly it. That's the line right there. We have to focus on ourselves and do our job like we did on Friday, and the rest will take care of ourselves. We win our matches, we're going up. We win all of our. I think they 13. They're saying 13. We need to get up. 13 is the magic number. I'm not sure, but we win our matches, we're going up. And then Chris John Wright said Wrexham need 81 points for League One. 81 points for League One. We need 81 points for League One. Okay, that's what we need. That's 13. What are we at now? Sorry. So 73, 81. You're saying 12 then. You're saying 12. 12 or 13. You're saying 12 or 13. He goes on to say, this is Boyle again. There's good teams at the top of the table that are going to win games and pick up points moving forward, as hopefully we are. Boyle hailed a professional display as Wrexham kept a clean sheet and produced the goods at the other end to secure a second successive win, with top scorer Mullin bagging his 19th and 20th goals of the season. 19th and 20th. The guy was out early too, hurt himself. He's on 99, and apparently he's just average. Who was the guy said yesterday? Talk Sport guy said yesterday. League Two, Talk Sport. Was it Keen? Keen Talk Sport. News. Oh yeah, this is what. Okay. I wanted to bring this up. I was dying to bring this up. So, Keane, who is a United 11, Keane compares Haaland to a League Two player. Keane says Erling Haaland is like a League Two player and says there must improve with the stinging criticism. By the way, Erling Haaland's one of the best strikers in the league, and I'll equate that. By the way, going back to Mullin. Mullin is awesome. Mullin is so good, and I would take offense to that. So I hope Mullin heard that going into the game against Doncaster Rovers tomorrow, and I hope that he smashes 3 past Doncaster. And he gets his 100th, 101st, and 102nd. Roy Keane has some takes, but that is the shittest take of all time. Frustrated that the 0-0 draw Arsenal and Manchester City did. Let me see here. Boyle professional. Blah, 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 blah. It was nice. I would say going on to this article, it was a good result, and I'm delighted we did that. It was nice to get a clean sheet, which was important and enjoyable, and it was a professional performance. We know Mansfield are not a bad team. No, they're top of the tree. They were before today. They were top of the league going into today's for a reason. We were resolute, and we restricted them to not many chances, and we produced when the big moments came. We put both sides together. Whatever the hell that means. I think he means like both sides, like the first half and the second half. One second. I'm trying to see if I'm trying to see if Matt from Racecourse wants to come on too. It was a big team effort. Blah blah blah. Work ethic is top. Was top of the draw. Boyle added. We scored at good times. I felt comfortable with 2-0 win. Is a dangerous scoreline, as everyone knows, because it all takes one lapse in concentration or one bit of magic from them, and all of a sudden they're back in the game. As a team, we stuck to the game plan and produced a professional performance, which was pleasing. Yes. Yes. Am I in Wrexham one day? Yes, I was supposed to be there on the 27th. It is not going to work out because of just life, and I wish I was there. But yes, Chris John Wright. Yes, I'd love to be there. We were talking about the preview here. Anyways, let me talk about the preview. People are coming in slowly but surely. I know some people are sleeping probably and waking up probably at 2 a.m. Okay, let's see. I'm going to drop this in there. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to drop this in there if anyone wants to come in and have their say as well. I told you the lines will be open tonight. Lines are open. Let me see here. This is the other article I was looking at this morning. This is from our own our own website, their own Wrexham website. Preview Doncaster Rovers for Wrexham. 2 informed sides clash at the Eco Power Stadium 8 hours ago. This came out, so it's still. I think it's before. I believe it's before the wins and losses today. So with 4 consecutive wins out of the belt, Doncaster Rovers are in their best form of the season. Second in the 6-game form table going into the Easter Monday program. They're top of the 5-game table. They faced Wrexham. They faced a Wrexham side, which followed up with a confident win at Grimsby by beating League 2 leaders Mansfield and Pressley on Friday. Something's got to give. Yes, something's got to give. Let's hope that. So this is the Wrexham angle. Saturday's win over Mansfield. Give me a thumbs up, Ken, when you're ready, good to go. Saturday's win over Mansfield was a massive result, not least because yesterday's results fell so well for us. Paul Mullin. Paul. See, everyone gets a bad one there. Paul Mullin's goal capped. Ivan's in the house. Oh, Ivan doesn't hate me. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm stopping that. Stopping it. Hold on a second. Remove. Add. Oh, my God. Ken and Ivan show. Let's go.
Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Well, he's in Australia. Good. You're in New Zealand. What's going on? I was in the middle of reading the article.
Down under takeover.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm over in Perth on holidays, so it's 7:30 in the morning now over here, but I think it's about 11 o'clock for you, Ivan. Is that right?
It's 12:25.
Okay.
Oh my. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have much time today. I'm kind of in the middle of my work day, but I just wanted to pop in and say that I thought Wrexham played some bad games this season up until I just witnessed this absolute mockery of football this morning. It was probably top 3 of the worst games of football I've ever witnessed, honestly.
Well, you never see me play football, so you can't really judge that.
I mean professional football. But look, Stockport still won. So credit to them. Even though they did not look good, they won the game that they had to win. That's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do. Yep. It's our turn tomorrow. All eyes are going to be on us. Yeah. How much time you got, Ivan, before I pass it to Ken? Do you want to just do a quick run out and then I'll get you out of here? And then
no, I mean, if I do have a few minutes, so if Ken wants to say something or he has a point to make, we'll absolutely go for it.
No, I'd love to hear your comments, to be honest, Ivan. Like, I didn't stay up and watch any of the games last night, so I'd love to hear what you thought of some of the teams.
Yeah, well, you're the wise one for not doing that, but no, look. I got to say that Wimbledon, they had to at least hit the target with that penalty, and they did have a fair opportunity to actually at least walk away with the point. That was classic League 2 performance, head tennis. It was a little bit of pinball, was a little bit of rough and tumble. So kind of to be expected, to be honest, but just very uneventful and a lot of mistakes on both sides, actually. But I can see how Stockport can be dangerous because they can play both. They can play both games. They can play possession. They can play counterattacks. And they just, you remember that game when we played at home and we just couldn't score? They were, I got to say, they were playing a very similar game, but they were better than us with regards to trying different ways, different approaches. They were a bit more versatile, even though things did not go their way. They just kept on trying different things. So when we play them, I think we need to be very alert because they can, they're quite a multi-tool. Let's put it this way: they're a very universal kind of a team.
They won 3 of the last 5. Granted, it was a crap game. 3 of the last 5. We're not going to beat them on goal diff. We're down by 15 on them. So we played them last game of the season. Ken dropped out. Ken, come back when you can. Just message me in the private. On that note, like tomorrow. You and I haven't talked about tomorrow's game, have we? Did we?
No, we haven't yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
I reckon that we just need to treat these games that are left. So we're in a good space mentally right now after we have won that game against Mansfield. We need to treat the rest of the games like one continuous game now. We need to keep that level. It needs to be in the boys' heads. It needs to be one continuous game. It's just don't stop. Keep holding that level, because if we go away right now and we're gonna start dumbing down to the lowest denominant like we did before, it's not gonna be pretty. So we just need to keep that level of aggression, level of dominance. Forget about those stupid long balls. Just like we played that last game when Max gave the beautiful pass in that sort of half lane space on the ground. That was beautiful. We need to keep that principle. Just step away from that long scoopy ball. If we keep that, we will be okay. If we're going to dumb down to the opposition, we're gonna have some problems.
Well, and going into for tomorrow, Ken Phillips says, "Hi Josh, can we beat this not bad Doncaster team? And we'll beat them." By the way, they're confident. By the way, sorry to interrupt my own call. They're confident tomorrow that they will beat us. They will. I know they feel like they can come out and beat us. We can beat this not bad Doncaster team, and we'll beat them by 2 goals, I reckon. This is Philip was saying, despite their current good run. Glad Ivan is in from across the ditch. Yeah. Well, I was worried about him today. Cheers, PJ and Sydney. Another Aussie there. Ken, what do you think about tomorrow going into this match?
Yeah, look, I mean, the key, I think, is to bring the same intensity that we brought against Mansfield. You just can't bring that level of pressure to the big games. You got to bring it to every game to dominate teams that aren't quite as high up the ladder. So we've definitely got to bring that level of intensity that we brought, and like Ivan said, coming into the Mansfield game, we got to, it's a brawl, and McLean just set the tone right from the beginning, and we've got to do that same thing against all these remaining games, because if we do that, we're very, very hard to beat. It's about intent as opposed to talent. Most of the times, all these players can play.
Yeah, and I can second that. Today, when I looked at Stockport, who's arguably one of the best teams in the league, we have better quality players. It's our problem. It's our own drawback that we don't use them in the best way possible. But now these last 6 games, it's just like Ken is saying. It's not about anything sophisticated anymore. It's that sheer will to win and taking the initiative. Take the initiative. Don't shy away. If Doncaster wants to play, if they want to exchange punches with us, if they want to win, if they want to play open football, perfect. Even better for us, because we will win that kind of game.
Ivan, I watched the game. They had 33%. I have the stats right here for the last game against Crawley. They had 34% possession, 17 shots, 8 on target. It was a basketball game going back. They were in 15 plays. They don't give a shit. They're going out and they're just going to play ball. Also, by the way, their center half, I think it's Tom Anderson. He got a red card, so down at one of the good center halves. So, it's probably going to be that way. And if they want to bring it on. We have the better players. We show up. We're going to show up. We're going to take them out.
Doncaster, Doncaster's sitting in the middle of the table, can't get relegated, can't get promoted. They've got nothing to lose. They can afford to come out and play the type of football they want to play with no worries. So, hopefully they do play that open attacking style of football, because I think we play better against that. Tranmere Harrogate example, classic. So if we get into that style of game, I think, and we bring the level of intensity that we brought against Mansfield, perfect.
I honestly hope they play open football. I honestly hope.
Yeah, Ivan, before you go, Ken, you're froze. So it looks like a good photo of you, which is kind of cool. But it's sorry, not Ken. Ken, it's a photo. Oh, there you go. You're smiling now. There you go. He looks like Skynet. But go ahead, Ivan. Go ahead. I apologize for it, but it's kind of
no. I'm just saying. Look, I honestly hope that they will bring it. They will bring that open style of football, open football, because I have full confidence that kind of game we will win.
Ford is out for the season. I was going to put that in there. Go ahead, Ken. Sorry about that.
Yeah, look, and then it just comes down to, the players that we have available right now. he can sub in, sub out players. Not that Parky normally does that, but in terms of rotation of squad, I think that's really important. You look, Evans come on for a very short amount of time at the end of that game. Could easily play instead of Tom O'Connor, quite easily. So I mean, there's a whole range of things that you look at here. Games left in the season, players in the squad that he can play and not play. It's going to be interesting. Last final push to the end.
Do you know what's interesting? And I'll pass that back to Ives there too. Ken, you bring up a great point. People are coming back at the right time. We have options. We have two. I don't want to say we have two at every position, but we have options to change things up. Whether he wants to go he wants to go Mendy at the back, or he wants to do Stash or Gio on the right back, Barnett or Bolt, whatever up front, he can change it up in the middle of the park. People are coming back at the right time in the right positions. So yeah.
I agree with you guys, and I honestly think I mean it in the nicest way possible. These nice results lately, and what's to come, it's not going to be about Parky. It's going to be about the boys. It's not about the Parky. It's the boys. It's the boys on the pitch now.
He hasn't lost. We thought for a little bit there he lost the draft. Maybe it's us talking, whatever. We thought maybe that behind him, but he has them behind him to fight with him. He just does, he just really does.
I think some of the key characters, some of the key players have stepped up and stepped in. That's what had happened. I reckon that we see what is happening to Mullin. I think he's finally back to his old self, not to jinx it, and fingers crossed. I think we have a situation when O'Connell at the back stepped in a little bit, and he's the center, he's the pivotal point of that defense. And Stash now coming back in added the confidence. So if Parky relies on strong players' performance, he needs to let them take over a little bit. And I think that's what happened. He wants the players to make the decision. They will be making decision in the changing room too, then, because that's how it works. You want the players to play what they see. They will be doing the same thing in the changing room. And honestly, boys, I think that's what actually happened. The leaders of the team, the key players, have taken over in a good way. Don't take it the wrong way. I mean it in a good way. They stepped up.
Yeah, and if you really paid attention in the Mansfield game, when Gio came onto the field, he immediately started talking to 3 or 4 players about what the plan was to finish off the match. It's like he hasn't played for so long, stepped straight onto the pitch, and it's like, okay, boys, this is what we've got to do to finish the game. I'm in control here. Do this, do that, and we got this. So, it can quite easily be a game now where he can rest Tom O'Connor, play Gio. He can, guys like Fletcher can come on now in a midweek game, play at the start, rest Mullin. He can do these things if he wants to.
Yeah.
He will have to play both. He will play to have O'Connor, Stash, and Gio at the same time.
Yeah. Do you think I think that's and everyone hates this for us. That's the depth. That's why you put the money in the program. That's why we're here. I hate to use this analogy. I'm going to say it. It's the Man City model. It's United model. Like what Sir Alex said. He's like, I have 2 players at every position. If I need to sub one out, boom, I can do that. And I think we are hitting our stride. Now, granted, I'll tell you, I'm looking at the table right now. Stockport, Mansfield, Wrexham, MK Dons dropped 2 points today. That's good. Let's talk about that real quick. And I actually really love the conversation about the team. I think the team, like we were just saying, is amazing. Dropping points at MK Dons. I mean, what are we looking at here? Are we worried about Barrow? Are we worried about Dons? Where are we at, in regards to how this is going to finish out? Because I think tomorrow's a big game. Go ahead.
I ain't worried about anybody. I'm worried about us. And we should not be looking at any of the other results. We should not be looking at any other games. You just go there and win. You do your thing. You take care of your business, and you will go up. If you start looking and worrying about other teams, you're on the wrong way. You're on the wrong path.
Yeah. I love that line.
Yeah, and you're right, Josh. I mean, look, the table, the maximum MK Dons can score now. They've got 4 games left. They can only get to 83 points as a maximum. Barrow is the only other team they can get to a maximum of 85 points. That's if they won all their last 6 remaining games. They've got 6 games left. MK Dons have only got 4 games left. We've got 6 games left. I mean, it really is. They're the only 2 teams. And to be honest, shouldn't be looking down, should be looking up. We win against Doncaster. We're 1 point behind Stockport, 5 games left. You should be thinking about winning the league, and the top 3 will take care of itself.
We've done our part at this point right now to go and win this league. No one wants to say we just want to go up, but like both of you guys are saying the same thing. Look up, not down. Go and punch him in the mouth. Let's do our business. And Boyle said it. We do our business. And Ivan, I think you said it like 2 shows ago, right? Do our business. Who cares? Let's go. Punch him in the mouth. Let's go. Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely. And look, well, I am actually from the textbook point of view, you don't look up, you look down. You make sure, like, don't worry, if the leader keeps on winning, so be it. Don't worry about it. Don't waste your energy on that. You just make sure that but what it means is that you do your business, you do your thing. Don't worry about those. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. You can't do much about that, right? But you just make sure that nobody catches you. That's what you have to worry about, right? So if you're speaking like from a footballing point of view, you worry about your performance, your results. Make sure that nobody catches you. Don't worry about catching somebody else. You can't control that.
Well, as the bad version goes, if you're running away from the cops, you just have to you don't have to be the slowest person.
Exactly. Running away from the tiger. I don't have to outrun tiger. I need to outrun you.
Yeah, that's
you probably could too, Ivan.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But yeah, it's people are talking about all these teams going in and out of form, and they're saying watch out for Barrow. Well, Barrow just lost to Morecambe last night. I mean, this is what's happening. There's going to be, we've got 6 games left. There's going to be games where we don't get the result we want. It's going to happen. It's the same for the other teams. But if you go out and play to win in every game, the 3-point games mean so much at the whole season, but especially at this time of the season.
You play to win the game.
Boys, I can tell you one thing, that the shit's flimsy. This league is flimsy. Players are flimsy. Form is flimsy. The reason why is because at this level, professional football players from what separates a League 2, League 1, Premier League, and Championship player is mental ability. Technically, they adjust most of there was multiple studies done about that. On that level, at the level of professional football, those players technically are very similarly equipped. What separates them is mental condition, mental state. And that's where the stability comes from. It's psyche. And that's why the teams in this league are so unstable. Today, when I watched Stockport against Wimbledon, if I didn't know that Stockport was number 1 in the league, I thought there was 2 bottom teams playing.
On that note, Roy Keane's thing about Erling Haaland, the League 2 player, some of the League 2 players, I don't want to say too much on this, but like Roy Keane talking about League 2 player, and look at Mulls. Mulls can play easily the championship, in my opinion, or I'm not saying Prem, but yeah. But you're right, mentality, like where they're at for sure. A couple things here before you go on. I'm gonna get all your thoughts on this too. Stay with the same lineup, starters until automatics are clinched. Kim, that's Kim. Kim says, and forget about draws anyway. Beat Doncaster, beat Colchester. Aaron, who's a member, the last game of the season could easily be a title decider. Barrow.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
I'd be happy for it to be a title decider as long as it's not a top 3 decider. I mean, and Kim, Kim's coming in with some good points there. Like, win against Doncaster, win against Colchester. I agree with the Crew aren't a threat, but Barrow still are. They have games in hand. And even though you want points as opposed to games in hand, have the opportunity. Like they've got they've still got 6 games to go. They played last night, so we've still got to play tomorrow morning. So it's one of those things where, I think Crew's gone. It's Barrow, MK Dons are the only 2 teams that can catch us now. And so it's really, as every week goes by, it becomes a more clearer picture.
Yep. It's starting to take a shape. But by the way, the old adage is you want the points on the board. You want the points on the board. You don't want the games in hand. The points on the board. Nick's in the house. He's a member as well. Nick's, I'm going to keep saying it. Nick's our first member, by the way. Good evening, everybody. Late coming in, had an emergent delivery. What is that? What did you have delivered, Nick? But you're right. You want the points on the board. Ivan, are you points on the board guy, or are you like a game in hand guy?
Points on the board, especially in this league. Points on the board. And I'm all about, like Kim is saying, win, win, win. Don't count in for a draw. Don't worry about the tie. You need to win. Winning is a good habit. Winning is half of the battle. If you string those wins together, you you all of a sudden you just become stronger. Your team just becomes stronger mentally and physically, and you have that second wind. You know that you have a habit of winning, and the other team knows that too. So yeah, win, win, win.
Yeah, win points on the board. Andy says hope the 2 win the league, but I think 10 out of 18 remaining points locks in promotion. I think it's 13, Andy, but I'm not sure. I don't know that particularly. Ken, who's on, who's to say Nick, and that's Andy. We'll get Ken. I'll get you in there. Mullin isn't really fast enough for the championship, in my opinion. Not too dominant in a way. I don't think he has. If he had better service, I think he could do a lot better. He's got 30 for real. But let's get back to this one right here, and what Andy said, Ken. Winning the league, 10 out of 18. What do we need to get?
Yeah. You look, I'm a bit of a spreadsheet guy. I've got it sort of all done up with the remaining games of who we've got to play. And to be honest, 10 points should do it for us now in our remaining 6 games. Should, not mathematically, no. In theory, yes. So it's just a matter, and you can talk about those hypotheticals all day long. And he's right, 83 points should do it. So 10, 3 wins and a draw gets us home. But, go out, win your next game. It's all about winning the next game. The players have got to be in that
those
mindset.
wins? Nick, where are those wins? I know you have a spreadsheet. We have a spreadsheet. Where are those wins?
Look, for me, I would say that the second last game is definitely a win, Crew. We've got Doncaster now. Like Doncaster, Colchester, if we could take even a win and a draw out of those 2 games, that's 4 points, even though I'd love to win both. There's 4 points right there. Then we're home against Crawley for a win. So that's 7. Forest Green at home. Forest Green just did a giant kill last night. They got everything to play for to try and avoid relegation. So I'd love to win against Forest Green at home. But even a draw there and then a win with Crew, and we're well and truly there. That's 11 points even before you get to the Stockport game.
Mm-hmm. That's a good analogy. Real quick, I want to get this up real quick because I want to give Nick what he was saying. I asked him what he did. They had an emergency. I want to get this on real quick. I manage a DME company that supplies patients with oxygen therapy, nebulizers, hospital beds. We do hospice work as well as delivering to people who are actively dying when they need stuff. Nick, you're an absolute legend. There you go, man. To you, man.
Saving lives, man.
Saving lives, man. Yeah, well on you, Nick. So winning gives everyone more energy. On those numbers, what he just said there, Ivan, for Ken, what do you think there? What do you think on those numbers? By the way, Ken, that's a great analysis, great pull up there. I see.
Well, look, as cliche as trivial as it sounds, I hope the boys are not counting the points. I don't want to dismiss what Ken is saying, but as a player, you only need to think about next game, win it, move on to the next one. To me, again, guys, don't take it the wrong way. It's irrelevant. I never counted points in my entire life. Just focus on the next game. Win, move on. Win, move on. It should work that way. Everything else is just the spreadsheets have nothing to do with real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's very true. You can't this is the fun part about being a fan. You can dissect this, break it all down, look at what hypotheticals and what can happen. Ultimately, the players, they got to go out and win games.
Yeah, but Ken and Ivan, you don't think of Parkinson's in there going, all right, that's this. Like they're doing the same thing we're doing. They're just getting paid to run the club.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't count the points right now, because that's what's going to get you down.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's the.
I agree with you, Josh.
No, I'm saying. By the way, Matt Basso says, "Morning, boys." What's up, Matt? No, I'm saying what I think Parkinson might be doing that, but I hope the boys aren't doing that. I totally agree with you, Ivan. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Parky's absolutely doing it, but he doesn't want to bring that to the dressing room. You want the players to be, and that's what a manager does. They have to do that. But in terms of playing games, bringing that mindset to the team. And I think you can see that intent in the Mansfield game. And luckily, as you get to the back end of the season, with only this many games to go, they think of every game as a must-win game until it's not. So, basically, with this level of intensity for the remainder of the season.
I don't know where Perth is.
Can I say something about the coaches counting that? Just to add sort of another element to.
You woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. I just wanted to, like, as a coach, I would not count the points. You know, guys, why? Is because right now we're sitting here counting those points. We also have an element of probability in our heads because we base our future forecast on our last performance. We lose this next game, that probability changes. And all of a sudden, you don't take those points and you don't look at those future games the same way as you do right now. So, you know what I mean? Like you change your forecast after each game, depending on the result of that last game. You only base your forecast on how well you just performed. What if you have an injury?
Yeah.
What if some key player goes down with a broken leg?
Figure
that out.
You're nailing it. And I wish sometimes Parky had that thought, because you just mentioned it. What if you get an injury? If Parky thought like that sometimes, he would rotate the squad more. He would bring players off with, half an hour to go. But he doesn't.
And that's why I'm so furious at Parky about that, because I think about it. We're winning this game. This game is safe now. Save this guy. Save this guy so we don't lose him for when it matters. And that's why I'm going up and down saying, like, why am I seeing this and they don't? But okay, I'm digressing. Sorry.
Yeah. Two things before we go on. Is there another Nick spreadsheet in the house, or am I expecting to have this magic spreadsheet you're talking about? I mean, there is another Nick. It's Nick. Sorry, it's Ken. Sorry, I meant Ken to say that. Nick Donald says, yes, it's a very rewarding job. It can be tough at times. The help you can provide people that outweighs the really hard stuff to see stuff. That's Nick talking about his job. Sorry, trying to get that up there. Tomorrow should be a tough game. I hope we score early. I'm just going to get through these and we can talk about them all. Nick Donald's also saying, you are right, Eric. We did score early. They're in the chat there. Andy says, my math for 10 points is Barrow won't win their final 6 games in a row. The team shouldn't worry about points. I'm just looking for a promotion. That's what Ivan, I think, is saying as well. The best coaches don't worry about anything but the next game and preparing for it. That is the boss's job, says Nick. And the last one here from Kim. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
My favorite line by Mike Tyson. My favorite line.
Yeah. By anybody that's been in a fight. Go ahead.
Yeah, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Unfortunately, I have to do some work. I gotta go.
All right, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
I love you all. Thank you, Ken. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. And thank you, everybody in the chat. Yeah. Are we doing the watch along tomorrow, Joshy?
Yes, sir. You're in.
All right. I'm in. Another 3:00 wake up. No, it's a later game.
No.
Fuck
later
yeah.
Game.
Fuck yeah. I get to sleep in. Yay.
And on that bombshell. I got him out. I got him on the bombshell. Yeah. Ken, I love it. Awesome. A couple things. Apple applies to the manager as well. A couple things coming in here. John has something in here. I want to talk to Ken. Parky has built a team on big players. It's been proven they show up for big games. As far as injuries, we have depth. I changed the line. That's been winning. No, definitely not changing the lineup tomorrow. We're going all in, and then totally that's where we go. What do you think about that? What John says there, Ken?
Look, John's right, but you also have to look at the midweek weekend. When you get into that part of the season, when you have backup games through the week and on the weekend, if you can afford to bring on a player like Gio and rest Stash, if you can afford to give Elliot Lee even half a game, get to a game that you've got control of and pull him off, because a player playing 90 minutes as opposed to half a game makes a massive difference to their recovery. So, yeah, I understand. I love playing the best players all the time, but this is why you have such a good squad, that you have that opportunity. Like, Marriott, Bolton, Fletcher, all up front, all spend most of their time keeping a seat warm, and they could come on and give. Oh, and Dolby, and even though he's very low in the rotation now, can give guys like Palmer and Mullin a rest.
Mm-hmm.
In the
I'm not
midfield,
changing. I'm not changing. I'm going. John's. Sorry, you're a little choppy there, Ken. Ken, maybe you want to come out and come back in if there's a better one.
Is that okay?
Yeah. It's definitely choppy. Got everything other. I don't know if you're on.
Is that any better now?
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Yeah, that is better. Okay. Let me just see here too. I agree. I agree with John. I'm not changing lineup tomorrow. I'm going all in, same lineup tomorrow. But options if we need to do it, do it. John says there's 6 games left. Don't change the starting lineup unless we have to. The use is up in the second half. That's all I'm saying. Yep, John. I absolutely agree with him. 100%. What do you think there? Just in general.
Look, I understand what you're saying, John. Like, keep the lineup as long as you don't have players that are starting to struggle. I could see Lee starting to look a bit tired in that game against Mansfield and putting in that big effort. You know, so you look at that and you go,
it's funny you bring up Lee. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah,
I was just saying, you look at you see that and you think, I need to freshen that guy up.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up Lee because I think has an engine. He's the only one I'm like, he might need a little bit of I don't know who to put in, but he's the only one I'm like, maybe a little bit of a break, you know?
That's look, and I'm a massive Lee fan. He's a big part of our squad, and he needs to be playing as much as possible. So, you know, I think that, but if you can get even a game where you can pull him off at halftime, you get up 2-0, 3-0, you know, and you could pull him off, fantastic. Or you make that ballsy decision and go, okay, Elliot, you're going to have a rest tonight. We're going to play whoever, you know, bring McLean up, sub someone else in there. There's a whole heap of options for our team. That's the advantage of our squad.
Yeah, I think we're at that too. By the way, Ruby Slippers came in. What's going on, Ruby Slippers? Who's been a member, who just is a member as well. She says, this is going back to Ivan. Sorry to go to Ivan talk. All Chuck Norris jokes aside, all Chuck Norris jokes can be applied to Ivan. Ivan's kind to go straight from March 31st to April 2nd because no one fools Ivan. He said, and she just missed him. And he said, "I'll panicking for the moment." I think that was referred to Ivan as well. Nick says that yes, Ivan, we want 16 hours a day just for us. Good night, Ivan. I'll see you tomorrow. Ivan's been a big. Ivan's a big. You know, he's got to work. Apparently, people work. I don't know. I don't. Maybe they do. Ken, are you on holiday? Let me just roll that.
Yeah. Over I live over in Brisbane on the east coast of Australia, and then I've come over to Perth to a wine region, Margaret River. Just spending 5 days here, drinking wine and taking it easy.
Love it. I love it. That sounds like heaven. The internet is actually, John said, just as Nick says, my internet's a little choppy too for a second. Yeah, what the hell's going on? That's not fun.
I think it's you, Josh. Like you're breaking up.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I apologize to everybody. Not fun. We've been on for close to an hour. But anything you want to talk about tomorrow? Get in. What do you think? I don't do predictions, so I'll leave it up to you lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm quite happy to see us, you know, get I don't know, you know, I'm hoping he keeps another clean sheet. That'd be fantastic. If he does, you know, 2-0. If he doesn't, 3-1. I don't care as long as it's a win. So, yeah, but it was said earlier in the thread, early goal. I think that was Eric that put that up there. That's really important. If we can do that, I think, like I said, Doncaster, middle of the table, not worried about relegation, can't make promotion, really got nothing to lose, can play an open, expensive game, which will suit us.
Yeah, and if suit us or open goal, we have better players. Touch wood, we'll do that. I hope so too. By the way, all right, my internet is absolute crap. I'm like on a 1 bar. I don't know what the hell's going on. What happens when I do it? So I apologize on everyone too. All right, we'll get out of here. Apologize for the choppy that. Ken, always welcome. Good to see you, man. Are you in the Discord, Ken?
Yeah, I hopped on Discord and I sent you a friend request and you've just ignored me, so that's okay.
You're so full of shit. Hold on a second. Where are you? What's your name?
Ken.
Where?
I sent it yesterday.
No, you did.
I sent it to the local pundit.
What? I don't have it. I don't have it.
Okay, I sent it to the local pundit. Yeah.
Not my pundit. I'm not puttering. I'm not punditing. I think I would ignore you. I'm looking at you.
No. Well, I sent a friend request yesterday on Discord, and I sent it to the local pundit, which you can't see because of the light, but it says the local pundit.
Okay. All right. I will find you. Arwino, I have Vincente, I have Kieran with the bad knees, Nick, Fox in the socks, Ruby Slippers, Lee. What?
Ken W, which is Ken Waring 7028.
I literally don't have it. Okay, I will. Let's figure that out. Ken, you're always.
We'll figure it out.
Now I'm the bad guy, and I bad internet, and the bad guy. It's all blamed on me. It's all fine. Ken, get into
You're
this.
the good guy. Don't worry, Josh.
Wearing that black jersey. Yes. All right.
Yeah, I love this, and they'll be wearing it. They'll be wearing it tomorrow because Doncaster's red and white. So they'll be in the black kit tomorrow.
I hope so. I like it. I like it. We'll see if that comes through. All right. I will see you in the Discord that you didn't send me when you resend it again.
Okay.
All right, brother. All right. Good to see you, man.
See ya.
Okay. So I'm the dodgy one. I'm a little choppy. I'm the dodgy one. I apologize for that. If it is, I apologize. Some great takes there. Ivan and Ken. Ivan for him, being up for not doing a 16-hour day. I get it. It's all good. I actually worked today too and drove up. Nick Donald said the best possible outcome for us, Aaron, is I hope they keep that salary pay from Martin. It's actually very, very true. Nick, I like that. Nick, Ruby Slipper says, okay, Nick, we start a GoFundMe so Ivan doesn't have to work anymore and just teaches us. That's kind of what I'd like to do too. I'm not going to teach you anything, but at least somebody could do that. Aaron wants a 2-0 win tomorrow. Aaron, I like where your head is at. I'm in. We're going to do a watch along tomorrow on the TLP. Josh, we thought you were a man of the people. Ruby Slippers. That's harsh. Of course I am. I don't have it. I will tell you right now, I didn't get it. If I did, I would do it. I connect with everybody. Ruby Slippers, everybody. And by the way, I put out an open invitation to you. You haven't come on yet. You've been on the Spaces, Ruby Slippers. You haven't come on here yet. But you're always welcome. Christian Wright says, Wrexham in League One. Wrexham needs 7 players for next season in League One. Yes, we have to do a full rehaul next year over the summer. Nick Donald says, good idea, Ruby. Maybe the title could be help us make our dreams come true by allowing Ivan to read the phone book all day. Yes. Johnson says, Donnie isn't out of promotion yet. No, they're not. One straight games. No. Do not sleep on them tomorrow. We are not taking them for granted at all. Absolutely not. I'll be happy with 4 out of 6 the rest of the way. Draw a W. Cheers. That's what I used to do. It's like, abacadabra. John's doing abacadabra. I love it. Abacadabra on my multiple guests. Ivan Ruby Slipper says, I would refuse to read a phone book. No, he doesn't want to read a phone book. Let me see. Nick says, I'm not sure how all of you balance this because it's hard to just watching around work schedules and kudos. You have no idea, man. Oh my God. With work and life. That's a whole nother story. Nick also says, hey, no worries about the choppy internet. I live in rural Alabama, so choppy internet is what I do. Yeah, it's like dial-up. We're doing the dial-up. I don't know what's going on with the internet today, but we're doing dial-up internet today. Choppy, I got you. John says, UConn women tonight, Caitlin Clark, LSU on now. Good to put that on in a second. Also, too, I might do a Final Four watch-along for UConn. Old baller me. I used to play. I might watch my UConn men, that is, on the weekend. Kim says Doncaster is out of it. Maybe not mathematically, but yet realistically they're out of it. But they could cause a problem for us, Kim, tomorrow. Josh, ignore his fan mail. I'll hop in tomorrow. Okay. All right. Ruby's, I'm holding you to that. Ruby Slippers. And thank you. There's all the members here. I think you sent it to the local pundit. He might have done it. Wrexham is live. Yes. It's so good. CRNC. He said dial up. Talk about pagers now. Yes, pagers in my flip phone. I got a ScarTech. What was my ScanTech? ScarTech? I don't know. My internet is crap tonight. I don't know what it is. I apologize. Okay, listen. It's been a full day. It's a Monday. Everyone played today. Good results today. We're in the fight. Tomorrow the game is on 11:45. PST, so it's a later game for me. So that's it. Local pudding. Oh, Jesus Christ. 11:45. So we'll be doing that game. We're gonna do the after 90 tomorrow with the Red Horde. And we'll do, I think, race courses on it, and Ivan and Sheldon will be around as well. So smash the like on this video. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Get involved, become a member. We're gonna have perks, everything coming up to become a member. We have merch coming as well, all the good stuff. and we're gonna see this out. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, and I'm really excited about it. Last one in from Nick before we get out of here. If you're running this over any type of mobile network, you need to get a VPN because they will throttle the S out of you out of any type of streaming that goes on for more than an hour. In my experience, merch, yes, merch is coming. Merch is coming. TLP merch is coming. Absolutely. Producer Ann is all over it, my friends. Producer Ann is all over it. All right. Hold on a second. I'm doing this live. Where is it? I do not have it. I do not have it, Ken. I will find it away. Ken, I will message you my email. I'll find you. Anyways, Ken, I don't know what's happening. I'll figure it out. I'm with Aaron. 2-0 sounds good to me. That's good to me too. All right. Been on for an hour. Don't want to get throttled. Monday night, tomorrow, watch along, 11:45. Wrexham versus Doncaster Rovers away at their stadium. I feel really good about it. Let's go do our business. Punch them in the mouth early, score early, and let's get her done. And on that bombshell,